This is the queen castle that I built. I took I watched a lot of different videos on queen castles and took all the bits and pieces that I liked about all the different videos and tried to put them all together into my queen castle. And I'd like to do a really good video on how I built this queen castle if I've got time coming up. But it's got 4 chambers on it and 4 entrances, 1 for each chamber. And what happened was I got in a bind because all of a sudden I had a massive amount of swarm cells in my hives, and I didn't have the ability to buy or build enough nucs to do the splits I needed to do for those with those swarm cells. Mainly because of all the rain we were getting and the flooding. I do all of my woodworking outside, so I couldn't get it done. So I pretty much, what little time I did have to build, I built this 4-chamber queen castle. That way I could put the 4 frames in there with the queen cells. And every split I've done this year has actually taken and is doing very well. I started out with 2 hives, split those into 4, and then those 4 split into what I now have is 11 colonies. So I'm very happy so far. I haven't had many issues. So what we've done here is 1, 2, 3, 4 chambers. We opened up this chamber here, which is chamber number 1 and chamber number 3. We then put those 2 frames from chamber number 1 into that nuc there and left it on top like we did here. We put the 2 chambers from chamber number 3 into that nuc there and left it on top like you see here, and let those bees climb up into the nuc. And of course we also put 3 additional frames of just a strip of wax so that they can build onto it. Now what we did today was, out of number 2 and 4, we took those frames out and put them into these nucs, and now those bees are working their way up into these hives, and we'll then move these and separate all these. I mean, even if, as you can see here, I don't even have a top and a base for this nuc. You know, we've spent, me and my son, so many hours building this stuff and putting frames together, because I'm not even going to try to make my own frames. I've been at least buying the frames, because that would be even more time consuming. I just don't have that much time. But you know, I'm still behind here. I'm using a piece of plywood as a base, and you can see my top there. I mean, it works, but there's always more work to be done. I mean, we're not even getting to my chickens and everything else I've got going right now, but mainly just trying to do some videos on the bees for now. But so we set this up the other day, and we're trying to get things more organized, and we're trying to label the hives, and we're numbering them, and I'm trying to keep track of what queens split off of where, so I can start tracking my bloodline and everything. And now I need to take what I've done here, and I need to do it the same thing here. I need to have 2 rows, and that's pretty much what we're working towards. Pretty much to sum it up, I don't plan on getting any honey this year. I know the first year, you know, you're not really supposed to expect any honey. You're really just trying to build up your colonies, make sure they're strong and healthy, and they're going to make it through the next winter. And that's pretty much what I'm doing right now, is I'm trying to build up healthy, strong colonies and get enough of a stock set up to where next year, when I got to start doing splits, I'll have everything I need. I'll have the nucs, I'll have the full hives, the 10-frame hives, and the frames and everything, and be better prepared next year. And who knows, maybe I'll actually start making a little money off of this. We'll see. All right, God bless.